Hey there folks, if you want to stay on top of breaking news and in-depth analysis, make sure to follow S News. Don't forget to support us by subscribing, liking and dropping a comment below. It really helps us keep bringing you these updates.
Iran just dropped a political bombshell.
No, not a literal bomb. But politically it sent shockwaves. Iran's not just shooting off fireworks anymore.
We're talking ballistic missiles, and they were aimed deep into Israeli territory. But in the end, only a few of them actually hit, with a reported success rate of just 50%, according to the Wall Street Journal. Iran's also trying to expand its number of launch platforms. Word is, they had around 400 before this recent escalation. Israel destroyed about half. That's not luck, that's a tactical evolution. Targets like the Weizmann Institute weren't just symbolic. That was a serious hit.
Now Iran says it's officially done relying on Russia or China for air defense systems. They've built their own tech, especially when it comes to drones. They reverse-engineered the blueprints and started producing in what some are calling Twitterstan. Even the United States is trying to reverse-engineer their work now. As for Russia, they didn't even thank Iran, just took the tech and walked away. Iran's response: keep building, keep shipping to allies. These missiles, they hit altitudes of 25 to 27 kilometers. This isn't playtime anymore.
Meanwhile, Hamas leadership in Doha is reportedly dragging its feet on the latest ceasefire offer. No aid, no truce. Simple as that. Behind the scenes, Israel and the US are trying to make it look like Hamas is the one stalling, shifting the blame. But honestly, all this blood is on Israel and the US. This isn't just a military op in Tel Aviv, it's a full-on US-Israeli war on Gaza. America keeps demanding answers from Gaza while Gaza barely has anything left to answer with. Over in Yemen, the Houthis are flexing in the Red Sea like it's nothing. Back in Gaza, people are starving, literally, while Washington acts like they can't even find a place on a map. So no, that aid convoy isn't going anywhere anytime soon.
Even with Lebanon's borders locked down, Iran is still managing to smuggle missiles and anti-tank gear through Syria. They're using tight paths, hills, dangerous terrain. That's the kind of war they were built for, sneaking into Suwaida, causing damage, then disappearing. And that matters, because if Syria is tied up with internal fighting, especially in places like Suwaida, then Israel might not be able to cut off those supply lines. Both sides are taking prisoners. Kids are caught in the middle. It's chaos. No clear winners. The Syrian central government is losing control. This is the kind of real talk nobody else is giving you. And while Iran continues to feed its allies in Yemen and Hezbollah, people are dying of hunger in the streets. Kids, elders, everyone. The US keeps returning to this madness like it's part of some grand strategy. Tribal fighters tried to assert control, but nothing came of it. The Druze community in Suwaida is built different. They fought off Ottomans, French colonizers, even the Mamluks. Their whole history is about resistance and survival. If they master these new tactics, this won't be endgame. It'll be the start of a whole new game.
The Wall Street Journal recently reported that weapons are still flowing home, but some of it is getting stuck in what looks like a power struggle. If Iran and Hezbollah get crushed, someone else wants to take over, but that someone is stumbling. Iran, meanwhile, has strong production lines and full R&D networks pushing innovation. They're not broke, not slow, and not keeping the tech to themselves either. Sure, the US managed to intercept a couple shipments of missiles and drone parts, but even American intel admits that's just 1 to 3% of what actually gets through. That's wild. We're talking guided drones, sabotage inside enemy borders, and threats like next time you'll walk into a minefield.
But here's the twist. Iran has to play it smart. Don't scatter your defenses. Protect what matters. Link your systems together or risk getting hit the same way again. Mossad already pulled off a pinpoint strike through Iran's defenses, and while Iran claims to have deep reserves, that's all theory until it's tested in battle. They say they've deployed some systems, stashed the rest, and now they're bragging about being ready. Sounds good on paper, but none of it's been proven under fire. In Israel's recent strikes, they didn't even bother targeting Iran's new Bavar air defense system. They just focused on the S-300 radars and fried them with electronic warfare. The Bavar, nowhere to be seen. Forget China's HQ-9 system. Iran's doing its own thing now. They rolled out a long-range air defense system called VR, which uses side-launched missiles with a range of 200 to 300 kilometers. But when Israel came in hard, they didn't just drop bombs, they hit Iran's internal defenses. So if Israel or the United States tries anything again, it won't be easy. And honestly, Iran came out of this looking stronger. They're learning from every failure, plugging every hole, until the day comes when the United States has to beg for a ceasefire because it's out of interceptor missiles. While the West is busy whispering about sanctions, the United Kingdom, France and Germany are trying to bring back old arms bans. But Iran is just getting better.
Let's circle back to Suwaida. The locals know every inch of that land. Now tensions are rising between tribes and the Druze community. If Shah had even a hint of loyalty or long-term thinking, he wouldn't be cozying up to Tel Aviv and Washington while selling out his own people. As Hezbollah tightens control, Israel is cutting off Gaza with so-called humanitarian corridors that look more like open-air traps. And now, the prisoner swap talks are stuck. If there's no real aid, no real food, no safety from snipers at landing zones, what kind of deal is that? So yeah, Iran is gaining power, and the balance of power might just be shifting again.
Finally, thank you for listening and sticking with us till the end. If you want to stay updated, make sure to follow S News and keep an eye out for our future videos. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave a comment. We appreciate your